part of what I do is just experiment. I'm really trying to figure out what can grow well, what does well, and then trying to teach others about that. Gardening is a way of life. My garden is the place I would rather be than anywhere else. So gardening is actually pretty simple. There are a few fundamentals that you have to get right. And when you focus on those fundamentals, then more than likely you're going to have success. So I like to push the boundaries of what can grow, but I also like to celebrate the benefits of what grows well. The biggest secret to a successful garden is spending time in your garden, not just having a garden, making it a lifestyle and a part of the way you live. My name's Angela Judd, and I'm a gardening educator. This way's kind of hard to get through. So this all started off as a sandbox, and as my garden grew, I took over my son's sandbox and expanded it. And when he started to plant in the sandbox, I decided I could plant too, so got rid of the rest of the sandbox. So this is kind of the original garden of this area. The beds are the oldest, but they've grown really well. In the mornings when I come out here, the first thing I'm going to do is check these tomatillo plants because we have had 3-lined cucumber beetles for the last little bit. So I'm checking them every day to stay on top of them. And so far so good, we're starting to get tomatillos. Really happy about that. What I love seeing though is I'm usually seeing signs of other bugs like ladybugs, praying mantis, lacewing eggs. And so they're taking care of those bad guys for me, but I still have to stay on top of it. Check under leaves, check everything. So I think we're through the worst of it, and I hope so. One other thing that I always try and do too in all of my beds, you'll see a lot of flowers growing, and I love flowers, I love cutting flowers, I love giving people flowers, but the reason the flowers and herbs are here is also to attract all those beneficial insects and to just biodiversity, to increase the number of plants, the number of insects, all of the good things that are happening in my garden, really without my help. Once I can plant those, they'll attract all of those beneficials. So they look beautiful, but they're really doing double duty in my garden. Believe it or not, 97% of bugs and insects are beneficial or neutral. Only 3% are the ones that are going to do harm. And so I think it's really important when we see a bug not to automatically reach for a spray. When I see a bug that I don't recognize, the first thing I reach for actually is my phone because I have an app that helps me identify different kinds of bugs. I saw a bug the other day and I was like, what is that? Part of me just wanted to kill it because it looked like a bad bug. But I got out my app and I took a picture, and it turns out that that bug lays its eggs near cockroaches and they kill cockroaches. So to me, that's a good bug. And if I'd killed that, I would have lost that benefit. So it's really changing our mindset of when we see those bugs, knowing that each one probably has a part that they're playing in our garden, and how can we promote the beneficial insects and give them food, nectar, habitat, whatever it is that they need, so they will make my garden their home. One of the best things you can do for your garden is to spend time in your garden every day. And that way you can notice the changes in your garden, good and bad. And then when problems crop up, usually because you've caught them early, they're small and easy to manage. So when you're looking at your plant, if you see a damaged leaf, usually that's not the end of the world. You can always check the undersides of leaves for pests. For some reason that's their favorite place to be. But don't reach for a spray bottle or always feel like you have to take care of every bug, because the good guys need something to eat. And so if you're spraying off every bug and getting rid of every insect in your garden, then there's not going to be food to encourage the good guys to come to your garden.